Hey everybody, Rico here. Hope you guys are doing well, cause I'm back on your screens once again. A lot is going on in Shanghai, China.
Our next story is from Shanghai, China's biggest Wuhan virus hotspot. And why just China? Perhaps the world's biggest hotspot. 21,000 cases were reported today in just one day, and it's a record high. But numbers don't even begin to describe the picture. Shanghai is struggling, so much so that China is moving patients out of the city. Tens of thousands of people have been transported, and these are people who tested positive. Why are they being moved out? Because Shanghai has no room for them. The quarantine centers are overflowing, so China is building more isolation camps outside Shanghai. According to one report, 30,000 Shanghai residents were sent to Zhejiang alone. That's what you get with zero COVID, zero success, total chaos.
As China has had this lockdown that's been going on for a month. I can't believe it's been a month since those people have been locked down in their buildings, their neighborhoods, apartments, just stuck there. And they've been put under a microscope for the whole world to see. I'm sure you've seen the news reports, the articles all over the internet of these people crying out for help from their buildings, screaming, and then there's this helicopter that's in the sky telling them basically that you all have no freedom and control your right to scream out because we trying to help you out.
5分钟前头，俺们叫我没几个了，现在突然之间，所有人都叫了，要死。
Under the strict policy, residents are not allowed to leave their homes even for food.
But the whole thing is so weird. It's just strange to me. How do you have a government that plans this whole thing out? And then you say this is for a zero illness so nobody gets sick because China's had a spike in cases. And then you put this plan into motion. And no one didn't think people aren't going to have any food. People are going to go crazy. People are going to start attacking each other because they have no food. More people are going to get sick. No, they go along with this plan, and there are people that are going completely loco, crazy, flying off the hinge because the supermarkets are closed. They can't leave their neighborhoods. They can't leave their apartment buildings. There is a high population of older people that don't know how to use the internet to order from the apps, and they are just stuck there. And so I'm happy that there are people that are actually coming together to help these elderly people, because we would just be finding corpse on top of corpse in many different buildings just because people are going to starve to death. Then we have the bright idea of the lunches or the food that the government is supposed to be distributing to the people, and it's been reports that they've got moldy meatballs, molded rice, and that people have eaten this food because, mind you, they don't have any food, and they've complained of diarrhea, stomach aches. This is making people even more delirious as we speak. There are people that are running out on their balconies. They're showing their refrigerator open. And it is so sad. And kind of ratchet at the same time. A refrigerator just completely empty. There's footage of people fighting the healthcare workers because the healthcare workers are being violent. There's a video that went viral which everybody just looked at and gasped, where this animal just was murdered because its owner had the virus. video went viral, and it's just like, when is too far too far? When did this start becoming the norm that this makes sense to put down an animal just because the owner has the virus? You don't even know if the animal has it or not. There are children being separated from their families because their parents have caught it and they're locked down. The children are in this other place. Facilities are filling up where it's supposed to be quarantined and people getting help because there's so many people that are being packed into these places. There's this man in one clip that was just going off on everybody. The healthcare workers, the government.
你知道不知道？你告诉我，超市不开门，我买什么？我吃什么？我喝什么？你把人逼死了！我操你妈！这还是不是人吗？这个老百姓都反吗？
He was like, how are we supposed to live when the supermarkets are closed? And I was like, sadly, even though the supermarkets were open, from what I saw, you still are not going to get any food because those shelves were empty. So it's like, what is this? And it's scary to really go deep and think about this. What is this? Is this some type of experiment on humans? They knew they weren't going to have any food. They knew that people's mental health is going to be tested. They're fighting each other. Healthcare workers are fighting people. They're like throwing people onto buses, beating up people. So is this supposed to be some type of... And it's real deep for me to say, and I don't know if I even want to actually say it, but I think I'm going to. It makes me feel like that this was some type of experiment to get rid of people, to take the population down. You know, China still has a problem with large population of people and in a small space at that, and then the smog and the air pollution. And what is this supposed to take out, you know, the aging population? Or just people in general? Because this is what this is making me believe this, is that you created this and it's like, well, they're going to kill each other. Or starvation is going to kill them. Or the healthcare workers, you know, it's like, wow. Just wow. Like, really sit and think about this, you guys. And what's going on here. Some people say that this is kind of like retribution for China because of everything that happened. You know, people that still feel like that everything started there. I can't really disagree with that. We don't know everything, but at the same time, there are innocent people that are involved in this, and it's sad. It's so sad to see the chaos. And thinking that, you know, not too long ago, that could have been other places in the world. It's scary to think about. Thankfully, in America, we had supermarkets that were open, but they're not so lucky. And to think that this is like a mirror image of what America could have been, Spain could have been, France, you know, even other parts of Asia, Korea, Japan. I do hope that something gives with this situation because it's deeply disturbing to see this all unfold. This is not something I wish on even my worst enemy. This is some like weird, strange stuff. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Put below how you feel. I know this might be kind of like conspiracy theory type. I don't know. I just feel like this is something like weird and strange. Almost slightly demonic. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, it kind of is. It's scary. It's scary. I don't want this to spread. I don't want anybody to get any bright ideas. Because what's going on with Shanghai is, just strange. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real. And I will always be back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the various opinions.